Hi guys! Today I want to show you how to crochet the school bears. You can crochet these bears very quickly. It took me about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. The size of the bear is 14 centimeters. For crochet I will use Himalaya Dolphin Baby yarn. You can also use any yarn, including non-plush yarn. Any yarn can be used. With the regular yarn, the toy will be smaller. The toy with a height of 14-15 centimeters is made from my plush yarn. Hook number 4. Yarn consumption is very small, probably less than half a skein. One skein should definitely yield 2 bears, or maybe even 3 bears, but I haven't tried it. Therefore, approximately for 1 bear, you need half a skein of Himalaya Dolphin Baby yarn. The nose is about 9 or 10 millimeters in size and the eyes are about 6 or 10 millimeters. I use sew-on eye sweets.
We will also need filler, a marker, scissors and a needle and thread for sewing on eyes, ears, muzzle and arms.
The remaining parts, the legs, body and head, are crocheted as one piece. We start crocheting from the legs. As usual, I attach a video for beginners here. See how to make single crochets, how to start, everything is there. Here I'm just telling and showing how to make a small bear. Let's start making legs. First we make one leg, then the second, then we will connect them. We make a loop and 2 chain stitches. 1, 2. In the first chain stitch we make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the second row we make 6 increases. In each stitch there are 2 single crochets. This is the second increase. This is the third increase. The fourth increase. The fifth increase. The sixth increase. In the third row we make 12 single crochets. We should have in total 12 single crochets. Therefore, we make 12 single crochets in the third row. The third row is finished. In the fourth row we make 3 single crochets at the beginning of the row. 1, 2, 3. Now we make 3 decreases. I will also attach a video about decreases in the upper right corner in the tips. Here is the first decrease, the second decrease, the third decrease. Next we crochet 3 single crochets until the end of the fourth row. I recommend to put a marker. The fourth row is ready. In the fifth row we make 2 single crochets at the beginning of the row. 1, 2. Again we make 3 decreases. 1, 2, 3. There is 1 single crochet left until the end of the row, so we crochet it. At the beginning of the 6th row we make 1 single crochet. At this stage I will remove the hook to the side for now. We add filler because there is already a little space here. I'll add some filler and move on. Look, I added filler to this particular part and continue crocheting. We have already made 1 single crochet in this 6th row. In general, in the 6th row we need to do 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Repeat this combination 3 times. 1 single crochet has already been done. Now we make 1 increase in the next stitch. This is the first time. 1 single crochet and 1 increase is the second time. 1 single crochet and 1 increase is the third time. In the 7th row we make 9 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make a slip stitch in the next stitch and cut the thread. We pull out the thread, tighten it and hide it inside. One leg for the bear is ready. This is how it turns out. Distribute the filler evenly. We crochet the second leg in the same way. We just don't make a slip stitch at the end and don't cut the thread. We will continue to crochet with this thread. The second leg is also ready. Everything is the same as in the first leg, finished with the 7th row and 9 single crochets. Next we crochet 7 single crochets along the same leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We take the second leg made earlier and find the slip stitch. The slip stitch is clearly visible. From the slip stitch we count 2 stitches. 1, 2. I repeat once again. We find the slip stitch, it is visible. In the second stitch from the slip stitch we make 1 single crochet. In this way we connect the legs. Now we make 2 increases. The first increase, the second increase. Next we make 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we make 2 increases. We make an increase as if under a slip stitch. I say this as a guideline. Something went wrong. Here is the first increase. And in the next stitch we make the second increase. Now we make 4 single crochets again. We don't skip the stitches. 1. It's important to crochet each stitch. 2, 3, 4. We make 2 increases again. This is the first increase. We have already proceeded to the other leg. The second increase, 4 single crochets again. 2, 3, 4. Again we make 2 increases. The first increase, the second increase. And 1 single crochet to the end of the row. This is how we connected the 2 legs of the bear. In the 9th and 10th row, 2 rows, we make 30 single crochets in each row. I recommend using a marker to control the crocheting process, so that you get exactly 30 single crochets. We make 2 rows of 30 single crochets ourselves. Now I have already made 2 rows of 30 single crochets. This is what crochet looks like now. This is the beginning of our row. In the 11th row we make 3 single crochets and 1 decrease, and do this until the end of the row. We can do this 6 times. We simply crochet a combination of 3 single crochets and 1 decrease to the end of the row. The 11th row is completed. In the 12th row we make 24 single crochets. We simply make 1 single crochet in each stitch. The 12th row is ready. In the 13th row we make 2 single crochets and 1 decrease, and do this until the end of the row. We can do this 6 times. The 13th row is ready. In the 14th row we make 18 single crochets. We simply make 1 single crochet in each stitch. The 14th row is completed. In the 15th row we make 1 single crochet and 1 decrease, and do this until the end of the row. Rearrange the marker. We crochet the combination to the end of the row, 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. The 15th row is done. In the 16th row we make 12 single crochets. We simply make 1 single crochet in each stitch. We have finished this row. Now we will make the head. At this point I remove the hook and add filler. We evenly and tightly fill the legs and body of the bear with filler, and then we will continue further. Filler added. This is what the bear looks like. It will be a very beautiful toy. In the 17th row we make 12 increases. In each stitch we make 2 single crochets. In the last row we have made 12 single crochets. Now we need to make 2 single crochets in each stitch. That is, we make 1 increase in each stitch. It's better to put a marker here too. I place a marker in the first stitch. And we continue further. The second increase, the third increase, and so on. We have made 12 increases. In the 18th row we make 1 single crochet and 1 increase, and do this until the end of the row. At the end of the row there will be 36 single crochets. Remember, the main thing is not to skip the stitches. For everything to work out, you need to clearly count each stitch. Here is 1 single crochet, done, and put a marker, continue further, and 1 increase is 2, 3. 1 single crochet is 4, and 1 increase is 5, 6. 7, and 1 increase is 8, 9, and so on until the end of the row. The 18th row is completed. There are now 36 single crochets in the row. From the 19th to the 23rd row inclusive, 5 rows, we make 36 single crochets in each row. Five rows done. This is what the crochet should look like at this point. Next we will make decreases. In the 24th row, we make 4 single crochets and 1 decrease, and do this until the end of the row. Here is 1 single crochet done, and we move the marker. And we continue to crochet the combination until the end of the row. 4 single crochets and 1 decrease. In the 25th row, we make 3 single crochets and 1 decrease, and do this 6 times. In the 26th row, we make 2 single crochets and 1 decrease.
Also doing this 6 times until the end of the row. Add some filler at this stage.
In the 27th row, we make 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. Do this 6 times. Add the filler completely. We finish making the head with decreases until the hole is closed. And the head will be ready. Head, body, this preparation is ready. I'll show you. I'm already finishing crocheting. Now I'm doing the 6 decrease on the last row. This is already my 7th decrease. I'll make a decrease as a slip stitch. Cut the thread and tighten it here. Insert the hook from the side, go out into the middle and pull out the thread. We pull and tighten the thread and it turns out like this. Here we tie a knot. We just hide the thread inside in this way. The end result should be such beauty. Now we will crochet a muzzle for a bear. Let's start as usual. Loop and 2 chain stitches. And in the first chain stitch we make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the second row we make 6 increases. In each stitch there are 2 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the third row we make 1 single crochet and 1 increase, and do this until the end of the row. At the end of the row there will be 18 single crochets. We make a slip stitch in the next stitch and cut the thread. We pull out and tighten the thread, straight it to the other side and turn the muzzle inside out. The muzzle for the bear is ready. Sew the muzzle to the head. We will sew with a regular needle and thread. So I attached the thread to the muzzle, put it here and just sew it on. First I go into the head with a needle, now into the muzzle, and sew on in a circle. We sew the muzzle to the head. Look, we sew it like this. We sew it in a circle, but we don't sew it all the way. We will need to insert the nose, fix the nose in the middle and add filler to the muzzle. Only after this we will finish sewing the muzzle to the head. We finish on our own. This is how I managed to sew on the muzzle. The nose is inserted. All we have to do is crochet and sew on the ears and arms of the bear. Let's crochet the ears first. we crochet the ears in 2 rows. The first row is 6 single crochets in the first chain stitch or in an amigurumi ring. As usual, we start crocheting. I make 2 chain stitches, and in the first stitch we make 6 single crochets. In the second row we make 1 single crochet and 1 increase, and do this until the end of the row. Here is 1 single crochet and 1 increase is 2, 3. 1 single crochet is 4, and 1 increase is 5, 6. 1 single crochet is 7, and 1 increase is 8, 9. We make a slip stitch in the next stitch and cut the thread. Pull out and tighten the thread. We stretch each end of the thread to the opposite side. Be sure to turn your ear inside out.
I cut the ends of the thread and stitch them with a regular needle and thread so that they don't stick out and get in the way.
We crochet the second ear in the same way. Both ears for the bear are ready. Now we need to sew these 2 ears to the head. Everyone sews where you like. The main thing is that everything is smooth, symmetrical and beautiful. We apply and sew on the same as the muzzle. First we go into one part, then into the other, nothing complicated either. I just take an ordinary needle and thread and sew on first one ear and then the second ear. Look, I have already sewn on one ear and sew the second ear on this side in exactly the same way. This is how I managed to sew on the ears. I like everything. All we have to do is crochet the arms and sew them to the body. We also make 6 single crochets in the first stitch or in an amigurumi ring. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the second row we make 1 single crochet and 1 increase, and do this until the end of the row. We can do this 3 times. We now have 9 stitches in the row. In the third and fourth row we make 9 single crochets in each row. 2 rows with 9 single crochets in each row are made. In the fifth row we make 1 single crochet and 1 decrease, and do this 3 times just until the end of the row. Here is 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. This is the first time. 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. This is the second time. 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. This is the third time. In the 6th, 7th and 8th row, 3 rows in total, we make 6 single crochets in each row. Three rows of 6 single crochets are made. Now we make a slip stitch in the next stitch and cut the thread. Pull and tighten the thread, hide the thread inside. We don't add filler to the arm. We will crochet the other arm in exactly the same way, and then we just need to sew the arms to the body of the bear. I sew with a regular needle and thread right here, where we have the transition from the body to the head. I'll show you on a bear I've already made. It will be better visible on a light bear. That's how I sew it. It's simple. Look how beautiful the toy looks. How beautiful the bear is. I really like these proportions. The head is large and the body is smaller. It's just a sight for sore eyes. This is what I wanted. Now I will sew on the eyes. Take a thick thread. You need a strong thread so that the eyes are well sewn and held securely. I don't tighten the muzzle of this little bear, so there is nothing special to show about sewing on the eyes. I just sew on 2 eyes. Everyone chooses independently where to sew on the eyes, where you like, at the distance you like, just sew it on and that's it. I sew the eyes several times, then I cut the thread. Pull the thread here inside the head so that it gets tangled in the hollow fiber. I cut the thread and it's done. As a result, we have such a beautiful bear. The toy is just lovely, small and cute. By the way, you can make it in the form of a keychain. Attach a mount for the keychain here. The toy will be like a keychain. This is how the bear looks in beige, pink bear, yellow bear, blue, and purple. This is what I have crocheted so far. We are done. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. If yes, then like, write comments and subscribe to the channel who hasn't yet subscribed. See you soon and bye bye.